Mamona in the triple jump with the wind in front of the home stand. Women's triple jump just underway. That was very close on the board. If it was a white flag, it was well judged indeed. Early stages, wind, we're getting the old wind reading, which just about gets down to the +2, but most of them are in the 3s and even 4s. And that looks like a decent, ooh, couldn't be tighter. It looks as though a foot is over, doesn't it? But you have to break the plasticine, so the spike plate on the board, with the toe kind of hovering over the plasticine. But that, a 14:37 lead early on. Naomi Ogbetter of Great Britain in the triple jump. 14:37 the lead. And Ogbetter looks good there. Now, this will be a cracking start to her season in these conditions. Yes, it's windy. And yes, behind the board. Look at that, 13 centimetres for Ogbetter. Well, she'll know whatever she gets here that there's room for improvement as well if she can get the board right. Difficult when the wind's behind you just as much as when it's against you, but a massive 14:29 for her. That moves her into second place. Brilliant performance. It won't be a personal best because of the wind, but brilliant jumping from the British athlete. Now, Ricketts. Shanika Ricketts, the Jamaican. Rangy action. And by the way, Yulimar Rojas, just, I think it was last night or the night before, 15:40 odd, wasn't it? In the, I'd have to check it up in the triple jump. Superb performance from the Venezuelan. But tonight, the women having to contend with something a little bit different. But Shanika Ricketts, it's going to be close. 37 the lead, 29 for Ogbetter in second place. And that one comes up at just below that, 14:27. She moves into third. Fascinating triple jump competition so far. Mamona Ogbetter with a 14:29, putting her right in amongst it. This is Ricketts, we saw her once already. And again, you can see there that world lead mark. I'll just remind you that Rojas did 15:43. I'm not sure that mark is the correct, is indeed the world lead, but nonetheless, that's better from Ricketts. Mamona was leading with that first round, 14:37. The Jamaican now looks as though she may have improved that there. Certainly very close indeed. Will undoubtedly have improved her own position had she taken the lead. 14:40, and it has, so Ricketts now leads that. Don't forget, you've got to get in the top 3 to get into the final round. Same in the men's javelin. Could be raining that time of year in Tokyo, but despite the rain, many athletes still know the Diamond League season is important to them, and points are all important. So here we are in the women's triple jump. Kimberly Williams. She's really struggling at the moment, Kimberly Williams. Shanika Ricketts, her teammate, leading. And at least they've got the wind with them, but it doesn't always necessarily make things any easier, first of all, in terms of hitting the board right and getting an 11 centimetre gap there for Williams. And she really needed to try and find something to get into that top 3 Tim talking about. Currently held by Ricketts and Mamona. Ogbetter. Oh, close. Not good enough, though. Well, Naomi Ogbetter knows that she's sitting in a brilliant position. Sadly, the wind reading on her 14:29 is over the legal limit. Not by much. She's never stopped smiling since then, Naomi. Known to do a bit of comedy in a day.
Okay, Kirsty, let's go, please.
She's smiling for other reasons. Very, very big competition for her. If she were to, well, first of all, she's going to be in the top 3 in the Diamond League. Triple jump competition. Saladuka did not start. And although, as I said, the wind will negate the distance in terms of any personal records for her personal best, nonetheless, she's in second still. so difficult. And you know, of course, athletes train in weather, and you know, but you try to avoid it if you can, particularly if you're in the technical events. Get inside. For that. This is how they got to the final three. And again, just reminding you, this is the best of the jumps from the first 5 rounds. And Naomi Ogbeta, well, back in 2018, she jumped 14.15 at the European Championships. And then this time here, yes, it's with a wind, and the wind was under 3. It was 2.9 I'm just looking at, but she did 14.29. No wonder she was so happy. That was good enough at that point to, well, it almost guaranteed her a spot. Mamona in the very first round, really good performance from her. She had 3 no jumps after this, 14.37, and then passed in round 5. But our leading jumper going into the final 3, or the jumper who achieved the furthest, was Shanika Ricketts. And Ricketts, the silver medalist from Doha, finally got it together in round 3, came out to 14.40. So these are the 3 women who are going to contend the final round. They'll go in reverse order, Ogbeta first, then Mamona, then Ricketts. But as we are reiterating, those distances are wiped. These 3 now will have one chance, one jump, and that will be the jump that counts. And Ogbeta will be the one to go first. They're going to be introduced to the crowd now. I'm sure she's over the moon to be here. You can see still smiling there. Lives in Salford, in Manchester, and I live in the UK, so I can say this, that Manchester's renowned for a little bit of wet weather now and then. So maybe she's enjoying the conditions a little bit more than the other 2 who hail from Portugal and from Jamaica. So here we go then.
So the tracksuits will be removed. A hard work, stage 1 has been done.
What a season this may well.
Ogbeta in super form.
Well, it certainly offers the opportunity of a good season for Naomi Ogbeta. 14.11 with a plus 2.8, 14.29 with a plus 2.2. And yeah, she's loving this. She's a great character, as I said. And she now finds herself in a jump off the final 3 in the Diamond League. Just post a good jump here. On the board, good. Oh, just lost a little bit perhaps at the end there. At least it's a white flag, and she'll post a mark. That puts immediately means the others have to do something. Splash there right at the end on the board, not too bad at all. So Naomi Ogbeta of Great Britain.
So what does she put down, the Britain?
The others, of course, know that they at least have to register mark, and if nothing else, they don't have the luxury of running through. It's only 13.32 though, and that actually is our worst jump of the whole competition.
Now Patricia Mamona need to chase. Here we go. Portuguese athlete's best was 14 meters and 37. Round 6.
So Patricia Mamona from Portugal, the European champion back in 2016.
Here she goes.
And the winner indoors in Torun in Poland. What can she do here? Oh, way behind the board. Well, that's going to be good enough to take the lead, because we can tell it was a white flag. She took off yesterday. Long way behind the board. Might not see her foot here. Oh, just comes in, 35 centimetres.
I tell you what, Steve, whatever she comes up with here, it would have been a huge jump if she'd been anywhere near the front edge of the board. 35 centimetres, that's over a foot.
Oh, well done. And for those who don't do metric, 3 and a bit feet in a metre, 13.62. It doesn't take the lead by much, Tim. I thought it was further than that. Anyway, that leaves the way clear for Ricketts. Just has to go further than 13.62, and we will end with the same order as we came into the final 3 here.
40 is her best today.
Part of the idea is that the athletes, you know, in the last round, the last 3, get the chance to raise their game, a little bit of risk as well. The third athlete, do they really go for it? Do they put a safe one in? And for Shanika Ricketts, though, something fairly straightforward here for her, because she's such a good triple jumper.
Championship silver medalist goes.
The world silver medalist, and that should be good enough. Just stamps her authority right at the end onto the competition. So they'll measure it, but there's your winner, I'm pretty sure. So the order stays the same. Still a fair long way behind the board in the sense of the full length of the board, the 20 centimetres she could have had. So Ricketts will take the win with 14.29 in the final round. Mamona will take second, and Ogbeta of Great Britain third.
Picks up the victory in the women's triple jump.
One or two people have asked me, Steve, is what happens if they no jump in that final three format? Do the athletes, and we've already said the previous 5 jumps are totally irrelevant. They're only irrelevant within the sort of little sphere of that final 3 format. Of course, there still has to be a 4th placer, a 5th placer, a 6th placer. And even if you no jump in that final 3 format, you have still jumped further than the athletes who did finish 4th and 5th prior to the 6th round. The only thing is, the other athletes didn't get a 6th round jump.
Well, Shanika Ricketts won the competition in that final round with 14.29, and she had the longest jump in the whole competition, 14.40. Mamona's best was 14.37. And just to reiterate as well, if the athlete jumps further in a previous round, there are world ranking points, etc. That's the mark that counts. That 14.37 there you see, although to be fair, it wasn't legal today because of the wind. And 14.29 for better. Full result up there for you. And the 3 triple jumpers leave to not quite a standing ovation, but I think a very appreciative crowd.